All right, so today we're reacting to types of people at the gym. All right, so being an avid gym goer, I feel like I done ran into every single person that you can at the gym. I ran into the person that talks too much, aka that's me. I'm gonna be real with you. The person that is low key like a bit of a creep, like a diddler. All right, done seen those. Ran into the gym bro. That's Nah, not really who I run with, but ran into a ton of them. Broccoli heads, ego lifters, old dudes that always got to tell you how much they used to bench back in high school. Everybody. People that's making up workouts or exercises that don't know what they're doing, but you know what? Hey, they there, so I ain't judging. Every person that you could think of, I feel like I done ran into at this point. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to watch this and see what's up.
I'm back.
I think it's safe to say that the gym is one of the most unique and divergent places on the planet. When you step foot inside that building, you never know what you're gonna get, bro. Sometimes it's some ignorant teenagers in there who just spend the entire time curling more than a hairstylist. Or you could walk in there and see that it looks like a retirement home with more senior citizens than a bingo night. It's like opening Pandora's box. Anything could happen, bro. But
I'll be real. I used to go to the Y, and when I went to the Y, it was one lady there. She had to be like in her 80s. I'm not gonna say what her name was, but it was funny because she would walk in there with like a knitted sweater on. It was multicolor with like her little blue jeans, and then she kind of moved like an old lady too. But then all of a sudden she took that thing off. She was the most fit woman I ever seen in my life, and then she would start lifting. She's grabbing the 50 pounders straight up, just cranking them things out. And she would be there with her husband. Beautiful couple, loved them, loved them. I think I ran into them when I was going for a walk the other day, but I didn't say hi because they was arguing. But you know I love them. They cool. They always inspired.
in all seriousness, the gym is probably one of my favorite places to go, and it's definitely something that I would recommend anybody trying to improve their life. But there are definitely some occurrences and contingencies that maybe second guess having a membership. So today, we'll be discussing some of the most diverting as well as the most obtuse scenarios and people that often materialize in the gym. Comment down below the best or the worst parts about going to the gym, and like and subscribe if you're new. First of all, can we talk about how crowded the gym is? I'm pretty sure we're all aware that on January 1st of every year, every gym on planet Earth looks like a Walmart on Black Friday because getting in shape is a part of everybody and their mother's New Year's resolutions. And there's nothing wrong with that. Who am I to judge, right? But the problem is that half these niggas never show
1,000 people be in the gym. 1,000 minimum. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. But I don't ever, it is what it is. I always expect it. I'm a trainer too. So I'll be loving it. I see people in there, I'm like, hey, there we go. Passing around business cards and everything. That's when I get all my business. So, hey, keep it coming. New Year's resolutions, hey, one year it's gonna stick. So keep it going.
their faces at the gym again. On January 1st, it's looking like Times Square in that motherfucker. By January 15th, it looks like Thanos just got done snapping his fingers a couple times, bro. Did these niggas get a 14-day free trial at the gym or something? But sometimes there's still an incomputable amount of niggas in the gym. There's been times where I've gotten up earlier than a boot camp recruit, and the gym is still more congested than my sinuses in the spring, bro. So then I started roaming the streets at night like I'm Batman, hoping these perturbing individuals will be catching some Z's. Well, newsflash, buddy, the gym is still crowded. That's why sometimes I just live from home to avoid all the lunacy and other recklessness. But please tell me I'm not the only person who low-key gets embarrassed when they get caught working out at the crib. Like sometimes I'll be doing some push-ups before bed or something, and then my dad will come into the room and I gotta act like I wasn't doing anything. Now at face value, it's not that big of a deal, but this is deadass what it felt like, bro.
Nigga, did I just catch you on the B shit?
But anywho, I've never been the type of person to spend every waking moment of my day in the gym. I've always seen clips of those motherfuckers who are built like the damn Michelin Man talking about how you need to spend all day in the gym and whatnot. Me personally, I spend like 90 minutes in the gym at the most. You know.
That's perfect. You don't want to spend too much time in the gym because you might go, usually if you might go catabolic. And if you go catabolic, that just means that you're burning muscle. Your body's always in two different states, either anabolic or catabolic. It's never just not doing anything. So you're either gaining muscle or losing muscle. So the problem is when people start to stay in the gym longer than, like, we'll say max 90 minutes, that's when you start to get diminishing returns. And then your body starts to lose or burn muscle instead of actually gaining it, unless you're one of those people that kind of walks around and have like essential amino acids, or you know, you have some people that walk around with like gummy worms and shit, which is cool. You know, I'm one of those people that I just want to toss some aminos into my little water bottle when I get to going, but just don't stay in there for too long.
I like to keep shit moving while still being efficient. Now we gotta talk about the different type of people at the gym. Firstly, there's the motherfuckers who are constantly taking more selfies than a preteen in 2012. These niggas do one set and snap a picture of themselves to post on social media. And I'm pretty sure every gym on earth has that person who spends an unconscionable amount of time.
I seen that. I forgot about the fitness influencers. I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of them people too, but I set up my camera to record or exercise so that it's more informal. It's like I do this for a job. You know, some people I just see them walk in and they'll take like a selfie of their booty and then they'll take off. Whereas I'm like doing it while I'm trying to work out, and I'll do it only for 1 set, and it's that boom, that's it. And I be feeling awkward, like high key feeling awkward sometimes, cause it's like, all right, y'all, I'm gonna set this camera right here for a second. Don't mind me, and people don't even care, but it's. I don't want to be in people's way, and I don't know how people feel about me and like indirectly recorded, so I just be leaving that. I don't know.
In the mirror, bro. Like, they deadass spend twice the amount of time snapping pictures of themselves when they actually do working out. Like, don't get me misconstrued. I understand if you want to take pictures and track progress and all that other extracurricular hooey, but your body isn't gonna go through a fucking whole transformation after a couple sets. I've legitimately seen people come to the gym, take a picture of themselves at the gym for their inadequate Instagram story, and then leave. Like, at that point, you might as well open up Adobe Photoshop Express and edit yourself in a stock image, bro. But my biggest gripe I have with people who are incessantly on their phone is when they're sitting at a machine or bench like they're on their fucking lunch break or something, bro. And I'm usually a patient nigga, but this shit
I feel like I don't really see that too much, or experience it, I should say. Maybe it's just because I don't really hop on the machines too much. I more so do free weight training. But I do know what he talking about when it comes to that. People be on their phone, they just be staring at that motherfucker for 10 minutes. And I ain't gonna lie, a couple of times I was people. I was on the leg press and that motherfucker, I had 600 pounds on it. I'm sitting there like, bro. And I'm just doing a straight set, and it's like when you going for that, I'm doing 10 to 12 reps, slow eccentrics, all this different stuff, bro. Your nervous system is zapped, and all of a sudden you need that rest period. But some people, they just forget that they own it. They just forget they own it, and it'd be 30 minutes later, I'm still on it. I'm saying like, dog, that's the only one in the gym. Can I get in on that? And they just say, oh. But usually they cool. You just go up there and talk to them, they straight. I haven't ran into any. When I worked at the Y though, oh man, I had to separate two middle-aged dudes. Couple of times. It was a couple of times. I don't know what it is about these middle-aged man, dog. I don't know if it's just like I don't know if they midlife crisis and they gotta feel young again. So it's like, man, you know what? Let me get in here. Let me box them up right quick. I don't know, but it's like when I was working at the Y, one dude, he just went ahead, tossed his phone on one of the benches, and then like walked away for like had to be 1 minute. Dude came over, I think he tossed his phone on the bench and he had a bag right next to it too. Dude came over, took the phone, put it on his bag, and then scooched it over. And it had to be a minute later. And it was like, okay, I could kind of see how the other dude might be upset about it, but how he had came over was like, did you just touch my... Like, what's wrong with, like, going in on him, like, immediately? And it's like, dog, like, it ain't that big of a deal. There's other benches in here. It's kind of full right now. It's 5 p.m., but at the same time, bro, it ain't that big of a deal. Just go ahead and tell him you was using, that was it. This mug started yelling at him. Other dude was yelling at him. The dude that whose bag it was, he was like, dog, I'm not going to fight you. I'm going to go out and get my concealed. I'm like, bro, went over a bench. So we had to go ahead and get the wellness director, get the fitness director involved, like the upper boss, and he came down and de-escalated, but it was crazy. And it was another time, man, middle-aged dudes, I don't know what's up with y'all, but hey, we just gotta calm down. It ain't that serious, all right? There's other benches.
categorically boils my blood. And then they got the nerve to try and reserve 3 machines, 5 pairs of dumbbells, 8 plates, and the cable machine. Like, my nigga, how are you putting gym equipment on layaway? They be out here collecting dumbbells like Puffles and Club Penguin, bro. And then they don't even put up this entire...
Oh, okay, no. I was about to say, sometimes, man, I be collecting dumbbells, but I'm not like that. I probably had like 2-3 sets of dumbbells, but if I'm doing like, I like to superset sometimes. So if I'm doing like a heavy incline bench, and then all of a sudden I'm doing dumbbell pullover, and then I'm doing, you know, maybe like some deficit presses or some chest flies or something, like I might have like a little neat collection of dumbbells stacked around me. But it ain't ever looking like this. I'm always put up my weights. Please don't be one of them people. I forgot people that don't put up their weights, man.
A conglomeration of weights and other doohickeys. They deadass leave the gym floor looking like a damn minefield. One wrong step and your toes gonna be throwing up gang signs. How hard is it to just put your shit up when you're done with it? Especially with these roided up niggas who put 12,000 pounds on the leg press. But speaking of putting hella weights on the machines, now we gotta talk about the ego lifters. These have to be some of the most perturbing individuals in the gym. These motherfuckers suggest on maneuvering more plates than the ambitious waiter.
I keep pausing, but fuck it, I'm gonna keep pausing. I don't know if I ever really like ran into real deal ego lifters outside of high school. High schoolers, I don't know what it is about y'all, man. I don't run into them because I go to a couple of gyms where there's more experienced lifters now. But high schoolers, man, heavy ass deadlifts with horrific form, and it's like, bro, like, what are y'all doing? But they'd be surrounded by girls. They had their little squad around. It's like, okay, you gotta put on for the. But it's like, dog, like you gonna fuck your shit up. Stop. Motherfucker. Stop. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it, big dog. Put it down.
Here, bro. And most of the time, it's some cretinous teenager who doesn't really know what they're doing and is trying to lift as much weight as possible. It's like they watch one Sam Sulek video and decide to go to town on every exercise possible. I've seen niggas load up the squat rack and then end up looking like Kenny Smith when they attempt this strenuous task. These niggas be flipping and flopping like a fish out of water trying to move all that weight, bro. I've seen people almost put themselves on a shirt while benching because they're trying to impress some random girl at the gym. Talking about, watch this, bro, I'm about to hit a new PR. My nigga, you about to end up in the ER if you don't drop that shit by 100 pounds. Niggas really be out here trying to curl Lizzos in each hand like, bro, relax. And that's the other thing. These imprudent motherfuckers got the gall to ask me to spot them. I usually don't have a problem spotting people in the gym, but one time this dude asked me to spot him, so we walk over to the bench press, and what do I see? I see a red bird looking at me. I see 4 45-pound plates on each side, and now my mind is racing like the Daytona 500. If bro can't get this bar up, he's going to meet the woo. I'm not an Avenger, my nigga. He ended up doing like 1.5 reps before burning out, and my shoulder damn near fell off the bone like a tender turkey, like trying to pull that bar back up. But if I'm being honest, I'd rather find out I'm using a weight that's too light and now I'm making slower gains than use some shit that's too heavy and end up folding myself like Sunday laundry. And please tell me I'm not the only person who finds the sound of people slamming down the weight stack and other equipment insufferable. I don't think y'all realize how loud these motherfuckers are. I'm in the back of the gym doing shoulder presses, blasting Rio. I'm talking full blast. And yet I can still hear these motherfuckers throwing their weights down like they just scored a touchdown or something, bro. They really feel the need to let the...
I ain't gonna lie, that is annoying. Like to hear like somebody doing like power cleans or something. They had a bar all the way up here and then just boom, let that mug go, boom, and just go dropping, bouncing everywhere. But at the same time, I mean, my life is fitness. So living, it's like I understand it. Like it's like, okay, going ahead, do your thing, bro. Like, okay, get them out. I don't know. I can't really complain about that. It is loud and uncomfortable. Like I know that, like the women around and all that, like they hate it. But I understand that man over here training for straight. It is what it is. Me personally, I'm always make sure it's the quietest. You could. We letting that mug go so slow it's ridiculous. I'll deadlift. I do my little deadlifts and I'm holding it. And I bet we just coming down nice and easy. Just ever so light. Tap that. Come back up. That's it. But that's just me. I don't like making a spectacle anytime I'm in the gym. Sometimes I feel like they do it on purpose. And it's like, dog, you come on now. Come on, dog. It ain't ever that serious.
Entire gym, as well as anybody within a 20-mile radius, know how much...
Scratch that. Sometimes it is that serious. First time I lifted 500 pounds, I'm not gonna lie. I was sitting there pulling in I'm like, this is the first time I ever experienced weight that should not move. It felt like I couldn't even. It was like I was pushing a wall. And then I started to move that mug. I'm like, okay. So when they lifting weight like that, I go for it. Going ahead, bang that mug, and that's it. But now I'm repping 500. It is what it is. But sometimes y'all be banging weight, and I'm serious, like, bro, put that mug down like
weight they're lifting. I personally don't mind when people slam the weight when they're on their last rep of a set, but some of these niggas really sound like they're doubling as blacksmiths, bro. And then of course these motherfuckers be screaming at the top of their lungs like they're in labor. Like I get training to failure and all that. When you're damn near about to shit your pants from straining, I think you need to chill. Some people at my gym sound like they be charging up, bro. There's obviously nothing wrong with lifting heavy. Progressive overload is essential for muscle growth. But when it comes at the risk of your form and your safety, then is it really worth it? Can we also talk about those people who try and perform the most unconscionable and scatterbrained exercises known to man? I've seen niggas combine push-ups, curls, and rows all at once. Now don't get me wrong, I'm in no way, shape, or form.
We gonna pause that one more time. I seen shit like that, especially at like Crunch, Planet Fitness. I done seen that. I seen some stuff where it's like, okay, what are you really doing? Like, I saw one girl, my thing is, my philosophy is, I have my way of teaching exercise. I have exercise that I know what they should be working. I know what they are doing. I know when I set up a client and I write a program, this is the form that I want you to follow. I don't really feel like, unless you're doing strict form with certain exercises and then you start to break neutral spine positioning or something like that, there's really no wrong way to do certain stuff. Like there's just different variations of doing certain exercises. There's not really a wrong way of doing an exercise. But sometimes I'll be looking at people like, bro, what you doing right now? Like I saw one girl, she was at the cable machine. She had the ropes up on the pulley system. Pulley system was set up high, and then she was doing reverse lunges, but she was like doing it where she was kind of like letting the rope pull her up, and then she was hopping from side to side, and it was like she was trying to do a curtsy lunge. But I'm sitting here like, girl, why you just playing around right now? You ain't really doing nothing. What's going on here? But me, I'm like, you know what? Hey, name my place. I don't know, because the last thing I want to do is pull up. Now I'm over here. Now she mad because it was an exercise that I didn't know about, and she was actually doing it right, and I'm sitting here looking like a dummy because I'm over here like, hey, what you doing, big dog? So I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna let you do your thing. Maybe you're teaching me something right now. I didn't try it, but it's locked in now. Now I got that in my head. That exercise is there forever.
Form an expert in anatomy or personal training. What fucking benefits are you getting from doing this shit, bro? Not gonna lie, bro, if I was in the gym and I look over and see this, I'm calling the cops and getting your hyper ass a bottle of Ritalin. It looks like this nigga's prepping for the world's most intense game of the floor is lava. I think some of these people just walk into the gym and try to think of the most indecorous movements of all time. If I ever attempted to indulge in anything like this, I'm 99.9% sure that I would receive a lifetime ban, bro. And I vividly remember when this was a fucking trend on the internet. It was just the most asinine individuals performing the most gooberish movements with any equipment they could find. Like, what type of humiliation virtual was this? Who he training for, a P. Diddy? I get that everybody has their own goals and aspirations when it comes to fitness, but I doubt I'll ever fathom shit like this, bro. The movements and gestures that some of these motherfuckers be executing should have them on some type of list. There's niggas out here cosplaying as Peter Parker, bro. I've never witnessed such an atrocity. And then of course we got the content creators and influencers. Now like I said earlier, I have no problem with people taking pictures or videos showing their transformations or progressions, but the issue that I have with a lot of influencers is that they be spreading more bullshit than a farmer. I know I'm not the only person who's come across those videos where they swear up and down that everything possible is ruining your gains. Warming up is ruining your gains. 3 sets of 10 is ruining your gains. Drinking water is ruining your gains. They really be out here trying to discombobulate niggas, bro. And then half the time these motherfuckers be sticking more needles in themselves than an acupuncture patient, bro. Trying to act like they work so hard, meanwhile they be on more juice than Bane. They try and turn weightlifting into fucking rocket science to try and get you to buy their plan or something. Talking about, I lost 50 pounds in 1 month, you can do it too if you follow my routine. I've learned more from the people at the gym than I ever had from these niggas on YouTube. Also, shout out to all the big body bands, back ass niggas who are always the most genuine and kind-hearted people in the entire gym. You would think these Johnny Bravo built niggas would be hostile, but they really just be vibing for real. Then of course we got the people who be recording TikToks and shit at the gym.
Shout out to my boy Keon, man. Man, it be the biggest dudes with the softest, kindest hearts. You over here walking around, I'm over here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm big. You know, I'm 220, 6 feet. You know, people be thinking I'm taller, but good posture goes a long way. But one of my boys, I run into him every single time I go over to the gym. I be like, hey, what's up, big dog? He be like, man, I'm just trying to be like you. I'm like, bro, why you even say that, man? This man gotta be like 250, 6'4", like minimum. And I'm sitting here like, bro, let me go do another set right quick, man, because I'm really trying to be like you. What is you talking about? But it's dudes like that, it make it work going to the gym, man. That's why I love going to the gym. I go to the gym for the community, man, the people, because I got all the equipment I need at home. But just being around like-minded people, that's a good thing. There's nobody you really run into with malice in their heart or anything. Everybody's there for the same thing. We're all there to improve ourselves, and that's it. That's why I love it, man. Like, go to the gym. If you feeling low, if you feeling bad, just go work out and then go talk to one person. I'm telling you, you'll have a conversation. I had some of the most life-changing conversations at the gym. I done met all my friends at the gym. Majority of my friends, I met all my friends after college. I'll say at the gym at this point. Like, just that my homies that I can go in there and call on anytime, like my homies I met at the gym. I love the gym, bro. The community is amazing.
A few things in this world scare me, and one of those things is someone recording a video in the gym. When that whole epidemic of motherfuckers accusing people of staring at them in the gym and being perverse was going around, I was on edge. I'd be damned if I glanced over in someone's direction and now I'm being labeled as a freak on TikTok or something. Every time I was in the gym, I was putting on my best Bird Box impression, bro. Y'all was not finna frame me. I understand that there are some creeps at the gym, but us normies who are just trying to work out don't gotta catch strays too. But there are definitely some weirdos who try and treat the gym like a club or something, bro. Trying to spit game at everything with a pulse. I also despise those people that try to get all exasperated when there's people in the background of their video.
I done overheard some people, man. I'm sitting here. Don't get me wrong. I'll meet somebody at the gym in a minute, you know, because the way I see it is people go to the club to meet people. I don't go to the club. I don't do none of that. I'll go in ahead, I like meeting people where I feel comfortable at. In the gym, that's my place. So I'm all for getting to know people like in a friendly way. But I done heard some people, man, they straight up just come up. Hey, what's your number? I'm sitting here like, big dog. That's it? You ain't gonna try to like talk to her? What you doing? Make conversation. What? I done overheard. I'm sitting here like, dang. I'm okay. All right. Never works. Never works. But you know they shooting they shot. And that's that I'm always for that. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So shoot away. But damn, get to know. Just talk. Just be friendly. That's it.
News, if you're in a public setting, there's most likely going to be people walking in the background. Can we also talk about the locker rooms? Lord have mercy, I've never felt more violated in all my years. A bunch of butt-ass naked senile niggas congregating in front of my locker, just marinating in their dirty ass, wrinkly ass filth. They was in that motherfucker looking like a bunch of Sphinx cats, bro. And then they got the nerve to try and converse with me talking about, well, bust my britches, don't you just love the gym? Not anymore, my nigga, put some clothes on.
No, but I keep balls, bro. I mean, dude. Every single man can relate to this. The men's locker room, butt naked is walking all over the place. It's like, why? I done went in that mud, got offered food. I say, you want some fruit? I said, what? That mud was weird. And I don't understand it, man. I'm over here walking through, go to the urinal, use the bathroom. Y'all know how it is. It's like an unspoken code. A lot of times, if the bathroom ain't crowded, let's say it's 3 urinals, you know, you go to the far one, other dude go to the far one, right? I done had them mugs butt naked, pull up to the one right next to me. Start having a conversation. Now I'm saying they was on some other stuff. I can see that now. No disrespect to that community. Supporter over here. Do your thing. But I mean, I'm moving in a different direction. And yeah, it was on some stuff. But even the ones that's moving in that direction or the other direction, just, you know, direction is straight. You know. They still was moving around crazy. Just walking around, which is locker room. All right, we all men, but damn, bro. You know, put a towel on. Mug shaving. Right in the mirror. Butt naked, nothing on. Just shaving. I'm like, it's kids over there. Somebody in here with their kids. I just went ahead. I'd say, sir, you probably don't want to bring them over there, okay? So, it's the locker room for you. I wonder if ladies go through the same thing. Comment down below if you're a lady, you go through the same thing. If y'all got some stories, please let me know. Because men don't care in that locker room.
On. I don't understand how these geezers can just stand in a circle with their beef out talking about their favorite fiber pills and shit. So from now on, I just drive home sweaty for the sake of my eyeballs and manhood. Finally, we gotta talk about the niggas on the revenge tour. These are usually the people who just got broken up with and convert their depression and or anger into a DBZ level transformation. They pull up to the gym in a black hoodie and don't usually say a word to anybody. They're usually equipped with some big ass skull candy headphones or something and some oversized clothes, which makes them stick out like a sore thumb because most of the people at the gym are half naked anyway. Me personally, I just want a big ass tee and some sweats or some shorts, which is why niggas think I'm built like an Enderman. But I don't really care for trying to show off my physique. But in conclusion, make sure y'all hitting legs because I want to see a bunch of grooves when I go to Walmart. But I think that's gonna wrap everything up for this video, man. Comment down below.
So yeah, so yeah, types of people at the gym. I feel like he really covered it all. That was pretty good. Went ahead, comment down below. Please like, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. I'm trying to do 1 video a day. So we'll just go ahead and start cranking these out. Thank you very much for watching. Y'all have a good day.